today. The ultra-talented choreographer Mandy Moore.
You just won your second Emmy?
Yes! I was just like, what?
Brings along the first ever Dancing with the Stars Junior Champs.
Woo! We've got Sky and JT with their cha-cha.
You drive me crazy. I'm sorry, I gotta take over.
Food Network's Molly Yeh makes everything bagel mac and cheese.
I love this because you really can. It's your choose your own adventure mac and cheese.
And a beloved kid dessert just for adults.
To season 2.
Oh, gosh!
Oh my gosh!
Hello!
They're here. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
You're welcome. What a day. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Welcome to Pickler Ben.
How are we doing?
Thank you. All right, please sit, enjoy yourselves. Lots to get through. Now, Kellie is not someone to boast. She's very humble.
Keep going.
So beautiful and smells so good. No, but she doesn't like to talk about this, but every year, you and your husband, Kyle, go on USO tours.
Yes.
Where you go overseas and you entertain servicemen and women, correct?
We take home to servicemen and women all around the world. Yeah.
And recently, you guys went on your 12th
tour.
12th
yeah.
USO tour overseas.
Amazing.
Tell me about it.
It was incredible. We went with the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, Mr. Dumford. Hello. And Miss Ellen, his sweet wife. It was incredible.
And you guys,
incredible.
And you just sing and entertain.
We entertain. We take home to them. We were in, let's see, Norway, Bahrain. We flew on an aircraft carrier.
You flew onto an aircraft, like you flew like on a helicopter, right?
No, it's a cod.
Oh.
And you sit backwards.
Oh.
And then like a little jump rope. It's like a cable.
Right.
It catches the plane. Yeah.
And you want me to go on a USO
I
tour?
want you to come on a USO tour.
Sure,
We were at Norway, Bahrain, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Poland.
And you have, look at this.
I was in good company.
Yeah, it's funny because Kyle, your husband, and I were communicating the whole time because you don't know where your phone is 90% of the time. So Kyle was texting me pictures the whole time, and he's like, oh, this is a cool picture. And I'm looking at that photo, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's Shaun White. There's Wilder Valderrama. I mean, you were with some really big stars. Milo from This Is Us.
Jessamine May, hilarious. By the way, you have to check out her show. She is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, DJ J Days. Yes, amazing.
What's the experience like where you're meeting these people? I mean, are you just can you hold back tears? Do you just cry outward?
It is. It's life-changing. You know, I feel like we can all do our part. I always say that we can all serve in some capacity. I may not wear a uniform, but we can serve those that serve and their families and do our part. So, great.
So cool, man. So awesome.
Amazing.
Love it.
Yep.
Welcome back.
See you next time.
Yes, let's do it.
Ben USO, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this jam-packed hour.
He's the creative force behind some of our favorite dance scenes and award-winning films, including La La Land and Silver Linings Playbook. She also choreographed for some of the biggest shows on TV, including Dancing with the Stars.
The very talented Mandy Moore is here. She's back to talk about her latest role as a judge on Dancing with the Stars Juniors. And she brought along the first ever Juniors champs. They are amazing.
Plus, she's a best-selling cookbook author with a hit Food Network show, Girl Meets Farm. Molly Yeh will cook up some fun in our kitchen.
Yay! But first, we're suckers for a great animal story. So when we heard about Drake the dog and Arnold the goat, we knew we had to share.
Take a look.
Arnold the goat was born with contracted tendons, making his legs crooked. His owners were going to put him down, but that's when Megan from the Black Goat Farm and Sanctuary stepped in. Megan and her fiance Mike founded the sanctuary to provide a permanent home for farm animals in need. They adopted Arnold and brought him back to the sanctuary. He started doing daily physical therapy and got splints on his cute little legs. Because of his condition, he had to spend a lot of time indoors, and that's how he became best friends with Drake the dog. Every day after his therapy, Arnold made his way back to the couch to cuddle with Drake. The pair snuggled, spooned, stretched, and snoozed. And their sweet story has captured millions of hearts all over the world.
So cute.
Joining us on Skype from Ontario, Canada is Megan Mustachi from Black Goat Farm and Sanctuary and best buddies Drake and Arnold. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
What a cuddle bug.
Arnold is a lot bigger than he was in those pictures we see.
Yes, he's grown quite a bit.
Does he know that?
No, he has no clue.
How's he doing?
Yeah. He's doing amazing. You would never know now that he had that leg condition. He runs around. He keeps up with everybody else. He's gotten quite gray in his, days, but that's okay.
And this isn't the first unlikely friendship that you've formed at the sanctuary, right?
No, we've had really good luck. Everybody gets along great. We have our other dog, Lincoln, is really good friends with the little calf, Calvin, that we have right now, too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Look, they're smiling.
Oh, yeah, they're best friends.
Tell us a little bit more about Black Goat Farm and Sanctuary.
So we rescue and rehabilitate injured, abandoned, and abused farm animals. So we've been doing it about 3 years now, officially for 1 year, and we're a registered nonprofit. So we've got cows at this point, pigs, sheep, goats, and everything feathered.
So if people want to get involved, they can donate to the cause. Is that possible?
Oh, look at a chicken.
Yeah, we have different ways of donating through PayPal, joining up through Patreon, e-transfers, yeah.
Will Arnold and Drake always live at the sanctuary?
Yeah, they'll be here forever. Arnie is about 10 months old now, so we're hoping we've got, 10, 15 more years with him. Drake is 11, so he's getting up there, but he's doing really well.
He's still breathing, right, Drake?
He's still here, I promise.
I love it. We love that. That's so cute. Thank you so much, Megan, Drake, and Arnold.
No
Keep being
problem.
friends.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Keep on sharing the love.
So adorable.
Thank you.
Moving on, we featured artists who paint on peanuts, lattes, even bubble wrap, but this next artist canvas may be the most unique of them all.
So, what's her canvas, you ask? Ooh, she creates stunning works of art right on the lips.
You can see her wildly detailed work on the pages of Cosmo. That is insane. In Style.
Beautiful.
And 17 magazine. Wow. Give it up for lip artist Ryan Kelly.
Hello. How are you?
Good to see you.
How's it going?
Hi,
Welcome.
Ben.
How are you?
Good, how are you? Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
This is awesome. I've seen your work on Instagram.
Have
and I'm
you?
always like,
Incredible.
that has to be such a difficult canvas because it's not solid,
Right.
constantly moving,
Right.
and then if somebody sneezes, you get a Jackson Pollock. So it's just not going to be. What is it? How were you like, you know what? I want to paint on your lips. I'm going to do this crazy. How did that start?
It sort of started as a joke. So back in the day, Katy Perry did a Super Bowl performance. Do you guys remember Left Shark?
With the shark.
Yeah, of course.
Left Shark, like messed up. So we were watching the Super Bowl, and my husband knows I have no interest in football, sorry. And he said, you should do Left Shark on your lips and put 2 little fins on your hands and like make them dance. I was like, oh my gosh, at the time it was hilarious. Put it on Instagram, people went nuts.
Yeah.
They're like, this is lip art, this is so cool. So it sort of evolved from there. I just kept going and adding different designs, and then we incorporated portraits, and here we are.
Tell us about some of your most elaborate art lip work.
Thank you. One of them you'll see today for sure. I've done some crazy stuff. I did Starry Night on the lips,
Wow.
which
Beautiful.
was kind of nerve-wracking because, a lot of people recognize it, and it was the first time I had done something that I think I knew people would have an attachment to because they love the image. So
And you
had
coordinated the
the
fingernails,
nails.
too.
Yes, and this is actually I did a Hogwarts Starry Night for the Harry Potter
Oh, cool.
fans in the house.
And you're a big Jeff Goldblum fan, too. Didn't you Jeff Goldblum a lot on lips?
I love Jeff Goldblum. I've done a couple Jeff Goldblums on the on the lips. I can't help it, he's so cute.
He's awesome. No, I'm a big fan,
you gotta love
too.
him, right?
How long does it take to do something? Like just like was it a Van Gogh you showed before?
Yeah.
How long does it take to do something like
It
that?
varies, but I would say anywhere from like an hour to several hours.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you've been working hard behind the scenes today. We have a model here.
Yes.
Beautiful lips.
You did
A
some
beautiful work of art.
Right.
Yes, you guys, we did this just for you. We have the lovely Miss Rachel, and we did a Kellie and Ben lip art.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Now, how long did that take?
We took about 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Rachel was an incredible model. I'm so used to doing it on myself. It was actually kind of nice not to be backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
So she was incredible. She sat really still.
Rachel, don't laugh.
Great.
Don't laugh. Don't smile.
Poor thing hasn't eaten since like 9 o'clock this morning.
I'm starving. Please give me food.
Is my salad back there?
Imagine if he had like Mick Jagger or Steven Tyler, it would take you 7 days to paint their lips.
Right? And that's a lot of surface area.
A lot of real estate right there. So cool.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your talent with us.
Thank you for having
Great job.
Fun.
To see more of Ryan's incredible work, check out picklerandben.com.
After the break, Emmy-winning Dancing with the Stars choreographer Mandy Moore is here. We'll be right back, y'all.
So cool. Thank you for doing that. That was very cool.
Our next guest is a two-time Emmy Award-winning choreographer for her work on Dancing with the Stars. And So You Think You Can Dance. You can also see her work in the Oscar-winning films Silver Linings Playbook and La La Land.
Recently, she took on the new role as judge in the very first season of Dancing with the Stars Juniors. Welcome back our friend, the oh-so-talented Mandy Moore.
Oh, it's so good to see you.
How are you, love?
I'm amazing.
How are you? Welcome back.
Thank you, guys.
Sit.
Jeez. This is awesome.
Thanks for coming back and seeing us.
Yeah, they usually don't.
No, anytime. Whenever you guys call, I'm in.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Congratulations. You just won your second Emmy.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's incredible. What's that like?
Okay, so I think to win an Emmy, people say this all the time, but it's really true. It's a very surreal experience, right? Because, you know, you think you're cool, calm, and collected, and then your category comes up, and your heart starts racing, you're sweating.
The adrenaline,
yes,
everything.
It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then this time they called my name, and I actually was in utter shock. I was completely surprised. Because I think the time before I had kind of like, I was nominated twice. I thought, well, hopefully I'll win. That would be really brutal if I didn't win.
Right.
But then this time, I had no idea. I was just like, what? And I went up there.
You took it home. You brought it home.
Oh my goodness, it was crazy.
It's
I
so
actually slept with it, you know. Thank you.
So TV, stage, movies, you do everything. Do you have a favorite?
Ooh, kind of depends on the day, but you know, I really love live television. It's kind of where I've spent most of my time, and I think there's a, you know, an adrenaline about it. There's a challenge. You have to turn it over week after week. So, you know, I think my heart kind of lays there a little bit.
You're starting your 16th season of So You Think You Can Dance. How exciting.
I can't believe it. It's 16 seasons. I'm like, it's crazy.
It's a big show.
Thank you.
I was just telling Ben, because we filmed Idol in the same studio, that Mandisa and I, she was a contestant on my season, and we would sneak over to the studio and watch everyone dance.
Yeah, it's
really
so
an
weird
incredible show.
that we were all on that same, like that same lot, and same.
Yeah.
I mean, all the dancers were coming and sneaking.
Yeah.
You guys too. So
Right.
it was both.
But you're excited. What can you tell us about it?
Well, we just got picked up, so it's super new. I mean, literally,
Yeah.
like, you know, just a week ago, and you know, we're trying to redo some like format points. You know, it's like we want to kind of switch up the academy and how the dancers audition, because obviously we don't want them to know everything we do, right?
Right.
So we're trying to switch that up a little bit and keep them on their toes. And then, you know, the live shows, it's like trying to continually bring in new choreographers and the people that people love, you know, bringing in the old choreographers and just creating a lot of dance for people to watch.
Making people feel good.
Yes,
Such a fun
please.
show. Yeah,
thanks.
definitely.
That means a lot. We try to make that happen for everybody, so.
You're doing it.
Thank you.
When you choreograph all these dances, I mean, hundreds, if not thousands of dances, how the heck do you come up with new routines? Do you have to listen to the song first and then base the dance on the song, or vice versa?
I think a lot of the time the inspiration for when I create does come from the song, or it can simply come from a shape that I see or a gesture that I've witnessed in a conversation. It's very strange. Like I could literally,
like an
the seed of an
experience.
idea.
You're mad genius.
100, well, slightly.
It's
mad
Seriously.
like telling a story through
Yes.
the form of dance.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times on So You Think, especially like we as choreographers are showing experiences and stories that we've had in our lives, you know, and it's probably a lot easier than therapy or something. I don't know, you know, because we get to just teach people things and
Visual.
It is
share
therapeutic,
something.
though.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I mean, dance in any way is, you know, but it's just nice to be able to create that for people too.
So I could shake your hand or shake Kelly's hand. You can see that and be like, I'm going to create an entire dance just around that one little gesture.
Yeah, watch out.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not moving.
It's going to start with just a handshake.
And then boom.
Yeah.
Insanity.
Now, you recently sat behind the judges' table on Dancing with the Stars Juniors, which is amazing.
Aw,
I love the show.
Thank you.
I love how the kids are involved.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, it was so fun. You know, it was like one of these weird little bubbles when we were in the show, just thinking that you come to work every day and like this is what you get paid for was crazy because these kids were insane. And, you know, to get to sit next to Adam and Val, obviously, was super, super fun. And, yeah, we just really wanted to be coaches for them, you know, and help them along this journey and, you know, give them criticism or critique, but it always be something that they can maybe take into the next week to be better.
Definitely.
You know, so that's what we set out.
I was going to ask, you have to be more delicate because it's kids.
You know what's weird is Adam and Val and I sat and talked about this actually for a while, and we really didn't want to be sugarcoating everything for kids because I think kids are so awesome. They read right through it, right? So when
they do.
They do. As soon as you are championing them and you see success, they feel that. And as soon as you're like, I'm kind of disappointed, it wasn't so good, they feel that too. So we just wanted to be as honest.
But you have to be able to take constructive criticism.
Yes.
Right.
Massive lesson just in life, right? Is to be able to be like, hey, it wasn't so good. And I'm going to be better.
You need to know what you need to work on. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. Out of a dozen talented acts, 10-year-old professional skateboarder Sky Brown, her 12-year-old dance partner, JT Church, and their mentor, Alan Burstein, were named the first ever champions of Dancing with the Stars Juniors.
Check this
out.
out.
They were amazing.
The winners and first ever junior champions are from Team Alan,
Sky and JT.
That's got to be so great. I mean, it has to be, you know, when you're competing on Dancing with the Stars yourself, it has to be such a monumental moment. But when you're doing it with the juniors, it's like your kids are winning.
Oh, yeah. Those mentors had no idea what was about to hit them when they started that show. And I mean, talk about an evolution and a change with the kids, but then also with their mentors. It was so beautiful to watch.
What do you think made them stand out?
I think from the beginning, Sky and JT had this beautiful little chemistry, which was number one. And then, of course, Alan is like the biggest teddy bear ever as their mentor. And I felt like every week that Sky came out with JT, it was like they got better and better and better. And they were just this like slow burn that by the end, you couldn't wait to see what they were going to do in the last show. So, you know, then I think that's all you can ask, right, is for people to grow and to evolve from week to week.
And they're probably capable of so many more things because they're kids and like they don't have to worry about sciatica yet.
Exactly.
Like, oh, I can't, my shoulder hurts.
Yeah, threw my back out, can't do my cha-cha. I mean,
they can do anything. You throw them up in the air.
Literally.
Well, Sky and JT are here. Audience, you guys want to see them in action?
Yes.
They're so cute. They've been hanging out there the entire time.
Would you please do the honors?
Yes. Up next, we've got Sky and JT with their cha-cha.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being
You guys are awesome. High five, high five. Amazing, amazing job.
Oh, great.
Stay put, you guys. Mandy, Sky, and JT are sticking around.
We'll talk to them when we come back.
So good.
So great.
Something to all the girls out there that you can do anything. Just have fun, be brave, and do it because you love it. Don't let anybody stop you.
We're back with Emmy Award-winning choreographer Mandy Moore and champs of the first ever Dancing with the Stars Juniors, Sky Brown and JT Church. Congratulations again.
After 9 weeks of competition, you guys worked your tails off. How does it feel to win? What was that like?
It was incredible. Like, I still can't believe it. Like, it still feels like a dream.
Yeah, it's like we worked so hard for like the 9 weeks and we were together, and when we won, I felt like all of our hard work had paid off, and I was just so proud of her because she had been working hard every single week and she got better and better, and I was just so proud of her when we won.
But it was also very sad because that's when we had to say goodbye to like JT and Alan. And
you spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
You guys keep in touch still?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cool.
How did y'all get partnered together?
Well, the show partnered us up. When I first found out that I was going to be a junior pro, I found out first that I was going to be mentored by Alan, and then we found out that Sky was going to be our celebrity, and so they paired us together, and we didn't know. She just walked in, and I was like, all right, let's do this thing. So
let's do this
then
thing.
From there on, it's just like history.
We were talking about this in the break, but when you guys perform, the cha-cha face is on point.
Oh yeah,
with you guys,
your facial expression.
That's an art into itself.
Yeah, we really just go all in, I guess.
Because you're doing, I mean, you're dancing and you're working really hard. Your body's working hard, but your face can't show that you're like, this is so hard. You have to just kind of smile the entire time.
But it's fun, so.
You're having a great time.
Really fun.
Good. Good. Well, Sky is one of the youngest pro skateboarders in the world. Her dream is to someday compete in the X Games. When did you start skateboarding?
Well, I started skateboarding when I was like 3 or 2. And
wow, look at you.
That's crazy.
Oh my goodness. All right, before juniors, JT was actually a runner-up on So You Think You Can Dance, the next generation. What was that like?
It was awesome. It's almost going to be 3 years since this happened, which is insane. But it was amazing, and I feel like it really gave me my start. And if it wasn't for So You Think You Can Dance, I wouldn't have been pushed to do other styles like ballroom. And so that means that I wouldn't have been on Dancing with the Stars. So, and it was just so amazing to get to meet all these new choreographers like Mandy and Travis Wall and everyone. It was just such an amazing experience. And yeah, it was awesome. I loved it so much.
Now, Sky, you said your goal, X Games is your goal for skateboarding. JT, what's your goal? What's the dance dream?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of just taking it day by day. My goal is just to become a really, really versatile dancer and to become very good in every style, just so whatever I get thrown at me, I can be like, okay, I got this, and to be confident with it, because you never know what they're going to want you to do. And also, I might want to do Broadway someday. I feel like that would be really cool.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know.
We'll be there on the front row watching. Haven't met. What was it like to work with an icon in this industry with Miss Mandy?
Whenever she's like, do this, like, she makes it easy to learn.
And makes it fun.
Yeah,
because
she makes it so fun.
is fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like she really brought out like the best from all of us kids, and she's really good at working with us. She's like one of the best.
She's amazing.
Whenever I get to like, if I get to see her again, I'll just drop everything down and just go and see her because she's the best.
Yeah. Good woman.
Mandy, you've helped so many young dancers in your career. What is that like for you?
I think that the exchange of teaching and coaching is the ultimate gift, honestly, because you know, I've always loved teaching. It's like my #1 thing that I love to do in life. And these guys are so open and so excited about life. And so it's so cool to be like, and guess what? Part of life is dance too. And then they're like, sweet, you know? And like seeing them be good at something and seeing them evolve is just really like the ultimate for me. I love it.
Are you constantly emotional when you see the dances you choreographed come to fruition?
Yeah, it's weird. It's because it's this thing from like my brain to seeing it live, and it doesn't matter in what capacity it happens. It's an emotional, almost like release too, where I go like, okay, that's not taking up space in my brain anymore. That's good. Like, oh, okay, good. It's out there in the world.
Right. Absolutely. All right, as we said, Sky is a world-class skateboarder, and we couldn't have her here without seeing some of those moves.
So we cleared a little space on the stage.
For those at home, do not try this without a helmet.
Sky, you ready to show your stuff?
Yeah.
You're going to jump over that stick on a skateboard.
Sky!
Let's go, Sky.
She's a professional.
Right.
She got her hat.
Sky.
Her signature hat. Yay! Oh, she's still going. She's still going. That was awesome.
A hand.
Oh,
Oh my God.
that's awesome. Great job. Come on, high five, high five. That was awesome. Double high five single. I love it. Great job. Amazing. Thank you to Sky and JT, and a huge thank you, of course, to the amazing Mandy Moore. Thank you for being back here.
Thank you. All right, y'all check out Dancing with the Stars Junior streaming and on demand.
Next, we're in the kitchen making a melt-in-your-mouth dish with Food Network's Molly Yeh from Girl Meets Farm.
Back in a moment.
Great job. I love the hat. That's so cool.
Molly Yeh isn't your typical farm girl.
After graduating from the famed performing arts school Juilliard, she fell in love with a fifth-generation farmer, got married, and moved from Brooklyn to a sugar beet farm on the North Dakota-Minnesota border.
She turned her new life into a wildly popular blog that's now a best-selling cookbook and a hit show on the Food Network. Take a look at Girl Meets Farm.
Okay, I'm just gonna taste it to make sure it's all ready. It's sweet and buttery. This is gonna go so well on my cake. I'll put my cookie on a plate. By now, my cake pan is cooled. The only bad part about cookie cakes is that you can't sneak a taste, otherwise everybody's gonna know.
Please welcome Molly Yeh.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Good to have you.
It's a pleasure to be
Welcome.
here.
Absolutely.
Hi.
What's a typical day like on the farm?
It's beautiful. I walk outside and I see my farm cats. I see my little flock of chickens. We have a rhubarb patch and apple trees, and there's just so much life everywhere. I love it.
Peaceful.
Very peaceful, and it's a great place to cook too, because great ingredients. It gets really cold in the winter too.
Right.
Like it's literally going to be 27 below today.
Oh, wow.
So it's great weather for staying inside and cooking.
Definitely.
Extreme difference between New York City, because you were at Juilliard, moving into this farm. What was that culture shock like?
I was ready for it. I was ready to put down my roots. I had met my soon-to-be husband, and he's from the farm where we live now. And so we were like, you know what, we want to be back in the Midwest. We want to have a quieter life, want to set down our roots and just have a nice farm life.
How close is your nearest neighbor?
Oh, we have like neighbors, people that we call neighbors that live like half an hour away.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
But
That's
we're
nice.
lucky because we're the first farm outside of town, so if I need to go to the grocery store, it's like 5 minutes away.
Nice.
But other people, they have to like schlep all the way to the town. It's like a big day thing.
Right.
Yeah. And congratulations, you are with child.
Thank you, yes. Yeah,
so
I'm doing
exciting.
large. Thank you.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. What are we making today?
Okay, well, so one of my biggest pregnancy cravings has been bagels and cream cheese.
All right.
This is a macaroni and cheese version of that. It's everything bagel,
my
mac
gosh.
and cheese.
I was gonna say, I'm sure the North Dakota bagels are just as good as New York.
No, if I need bagels, I have to make them.
Right.
So that like caused a big commotion when I was in my first trimester and I needed bagels. I was like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? So I created this macaroni and cheese.
Cool.
So it starts off, I have some butter melting in here with a chopped onion because I love an onion with my bagel. I love, you know, the onion on top, all of that. And so that's just softening with some salt. And now, Ben, would you like to add the flour?
Oh, sure.
We're gonna add the flour first. So butter, and you can stir it in. Here, do you wanna give it a stir?
Yes, ma'am.
So the butter and the flour, that's gonna create a pasty substance called a roux. And this roux is gonna thicken up the milk to create that thick, creamy sauce.
Cool.
So the pan's gonna start to look dry a little bit, and that's okay. And typically you'd want to cook it for about a minute to get that flour flavor to cook off. But now we can add the milk.
All right.
So add it gradually. Add about half of it first and
Should we
stir
stir
it in.
as we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, this is a great technique to have on hand as a base if you want to make like a chicken pot pie or a cream soup or a casserole. You can use this method. So once
you let it get kind of mushy.
yeah, and you can just throw the rest of the milk in there, and that's going to be ready to go.
Is everything you use pretty much on your farm? All the ingredients?
We have a lot of ingredients. So my husband grows wheat and sugar beets, and so as a baker, I'm using his flour and his sugar all the time. I have the eggs from my chickens. They're the best, and so the ingredients are incredible. So once the milk is thickened up, you want it to get it to the point here. Let me show you. So you want it to get it to the point where it like coats the back of a spoon.
Okay.
That's what you're looking for.
Like a pudding consistency.
Exactly.
A rice pudding.
And again, this is a great base. You can add any cheeses you want, but because we're doing everything bagel, mac and cheese, we're gonna start with some cream cheese.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna add that in, and that's gonna melt down and get really nice and creamy.
What were you in Juilliard for? You and your husband in Juilliard for?
I play percussion. My husband plays trombone.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Plays trombone.
That's amazing.
Now I'm adding some shredded cheese here.
What kind of cheese is that?
Okay, so I like using a mix of cheddar and Gruyere.
And what is this? This Parmesan?
This is Parmesan. This is just gonna add a great salty snap.
Cool.
Awesome.
And like I love using a combination of cheeses in any of my macaroni and cheeses. It just adds so much.
That is cool,
Love cheese.
And now this is kind of a funny ingredient. So the bagel-y flavor in bagels is called barley malt. Yeah, and it's this syrup. It's a little bit sweet. It's malty, and that's what bagels. Like, that's what gives bagels their bagel-y flavor. And this is the ingredient that you can order online. If you don't want to, though, just leave it out.
Cool.
I just figured I had it on hand.
A little barley malt
so
in
I'm
the
going to add a
cabinet.
little bageliness to this.
Cool.
Okay.
Mix
And
this.
yeah, you can
I
mix
will
that
mix
in.
this in.
I'm going to season it with some salt. All right, so I love chive cream cheese.
Yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
I add chives or scallions, and it also adds like a nice green speckly vibe too. That looks beautiful. Next is time for the pasta. This is rigatoni. You cook it to al dente, so 1 or 2 minutes less than what the package says, because when you bake it, it's going to continue to cook.
Okay.
If you wanted to eat it immediately, you could cook it fully.
Right. I always like al dente regardless, though.
Yeah.
You want a little tender.
Okay. And I love these little tubes because they kind of catch the cheese.
Yeah.
Toss it up, Cal. Toss it up.
Beautiful.
I'm tossing it, Dolly. I'm gonna toss it up. What's it like having your own TV show? Congratulations,
It's so much
by the
fun.
way.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
a big deal.
Thank you.
You love it?
I love it. The crew is so much fun. It's kind of like, you know, they come to my house and we film on the farm. And so I have this crew from like Los Angeles and New York, and I'm like introducing them to the farm.
Where the heck are we right now?
Amazing.
And you grew up watching the Food Network, so this has to be extra special for you.
It's been so much fun. I mean, I've gotten to meet like so many people that I've admired for so long time.
All right.
That looks great. So
mix it together.
So you mix it together, and then you can just put it into a casserole dish. And the topping is going to be...
I don't know how to turn this. There's so many knobs. I don't know.
Just keep it warm. You can eat it later. Okay, so now
I'm not allowed to touch this anymore.
What did you just do?
Okay, so I just added some butter to some breadcrumbs. I love a breadcrumb.
Yeah, oh, it's
You gotta have that,
little
right?
crunch.
Yeah.
This is the part where you have a bagel, you have bagels. This is what you use for the bagels.
Yes, draw out the bagels, crush them up, and use like bagel topping.
Right.
But this is just panko breadcrumbs here, and mixing it with the butter is gonna help them get crispy and brown. So you wanna sprinkle those on top. And now this is our everything bagel seasoning. This is minced dried garlic. Yeah, I love it, like a lot of crunchy topping. Yeah. This is dried minced
I thought you were throwing it behind your shoulder.
dried minced onion, poppy seeds, and sesame seeds. So this is the topping that you would find on top of an everything bagel, right? And so I just make my own. It's like equal parts of all of them. And you can buy it too.
Kind of mix it all
together. You can buy it pre-made, yeah. And then this is gonna go right on top.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
What an interesting mac and cheese.
Love it.
It's got a little bit more salt on there. Make sure it's all seasoned through. This bakes in the oven at 375 for about 25 minutes.
Wonderful.
Or if you want to like save this for later, you could stick it in the freezer or the fridge and then just stick it straight into the oven and just bake it for longer.
Cool.
So this is a great prep ahead.
And here's the finished product here.
This is the finished product.
Awesome.
Ding, it's ready.
I like serving it with ketchup.
You do ketchup?
Yeah.
Really?
You put ketchup on your mac and cheese.
It cools it down.
I have never heard of ketchup on
If
mac
it's
and
really
cheese.
hot, oh, thank you. If it's really
right.
hot, it allows you to eat it quicker.
Yeah.
That is really good. Your baby is very lucky.
Thank you.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, happy baby. All right, Molly's sticking around.
Next, she's whipping up a favorite dessert with a new special spin.
We're making pudding when we come back.
Pudding.
Pudding. Pudding, y'all.
Right. We are back with popular blogger, author, and Food Network star Molly Yeh.
What's it like sharing life on the farm?
It's so much fun because I feel like I'm still learning about it. And so I can share it as I'm learning and seeing all these new things, new animals, new crops, and the seasons are always changing. So there's always something new to talk about.
You have your own sanctuary there.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
And you made us lunch or dinner before in the last segment. Now we're doing dessert, correct?
Yeah, so
What is
we
this?
are doing, these are basically grown-up dirt cups.
Ooh.
Dirt cups.
So do you remember having those as a kid when they would
yeah.
come with the gummy worm? Okay. But so instead of the gummy worm, we are actually going to be making these little marzipan vegetables.
Darling.
Yes. So this is a butterscotch pudding. This is a really delicious, rich and creamy butterscotch pudding. And there are some cookie crumbs on top to represent the dirt.
Right.
And now to make the decorations.
I thought this was a clementine. I picked it up. I was like, nope, that's marzipan.
It's way more fun than a clementine.
Yeah.
Okay, so marzipan is a candy dough.
I was about to ask, marzipan.
Yes, and it's essentially almonds and sugar.
Okay.
So you could make your own by just blending up almonds and adding sugar and then binding it together.
Okay.
With a decoration like this, it's so small.
Like this?
You usually just get store-bought, and it comes in a little tube like this.
Cool.
And you can knead food coloring into it. So
nice.
yeah,
Just
so
food coloring.
so you guys have gel food coloring kneaded into that.
Okay.
And so to make these little vegetables, you can just
pinch off
a little bit. It's so easy to work with.
Pinch it off.
And then just make little cones. So I'm making a sugar beet.
More arts and crafts. This is going to be fun.
And you guys are making carrots.
I hope I'm making a carrot.
Beautiful. That's a rustic farm
carrot.
Yeah.
And then you just carve your grooves.
Uh-huh. Now you have an obsession with sprinkles, right?
I do. Did you see the sprinkles in the dirt cup?
Beautiful.
So those are so my husband, who loves talking about farming and everything because he's a farmer, he taught me that this is the organic matter that is at the layer between the subsoil and the topsoil, something like that.
Cool. We'll take your word for it.
Okay,
so now to do the stem,
like lines across?
just add little details
rosemary.
like that, some texture. Yeah, and this is fresh rosemary that we're going to use for the stem, and you can poke a little hole on top.
Yeah, what's up, Doc?
And then add your rosemary.
And you just pop it into the thing, right?
Yeah, and just put it right into the dirt. You can
Plant it right in the ground.
There.
Look at that.
Wow.
That is precious.
Simple.
I love it. How fun. I love it. We should taste it.
Can we eat it?
Yeah.
Look, we have these amazing, look at these spoons.
Look at these fancy little spoons.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
There we
Cheers.
go.
To your baby.
Thank you.
Yes.
Your baby. That's awesome.
That's really good. Yes.
All right, thanks to Molly Yeh. Her new book, Molly on the Range, is available now everywhere you can buy books.
Plus, be sure to catch Girl Meets Farm on Food Network Sunday mornings at 11:10 Central. We'll be right back.
Sprinkles. Awesome.
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles are the best part.
Something pretty remarkable going on in one small Texas town that made international headlines. With just 2,000 residents and 65 kids in the entire Splendora High School basketball program, there are 6 sets of twins playing basketball on the girls' and boys' team. That means nearly 25% of the athletes are twinning it.
We just had to meet all 12 of them, so joining us on Skype are Adam and Jordan, Ryan and Aaron, Shayla and Shelby, Macy and Zoe, Janet and Jacqueline and Ian and Lucas, plus their coaches, Kendall and Vila. Hi, everybody. How are you?
Hello. Hey, y'all. Now, your story, it's gone viral, and you were featured in People magazine. That's a big deal. What's it been like?
We didn't expect it to go this big or get this viral. Like, being a twin is just normal to us.
Right.
So, Adam, what's it like playing in the same sport as your sister?
We've always grown up playing the same sport, so we always have somebody to look at when we're struggling or when we're doing good. So we're pretty good at criticizing ourselves, but sometimes it gets a little rough. We argue a little bit, but it's really nice having someone we can always look to at specific situations.
Right. Now, Coach Kendall, any theories on why there are so many sets of twins in Splendora? Is it in the water?
Yes, well, about 20 years ago, they had a blue light special. No, actually, I'm kidding. I have no idea. I think it's extraordinary, though.
It has to be some scientific something, though. This is not a coincidence. Like, something has to be going on with the genetics, or it's amazing. Because there's so few people in the town, but there's so many twins.
Exactly. Your guess is as good as mine.
How many of you guys are identical?
Oh, wow.
As identical twins, when you're on the same basketball team, do you just kind of mess with your opponents and like, who's that? Who's me? Is it me? Is it my sister? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we normally look alike on the court, and we confuse the other opponents.
Which is good,
Smart strategy.
Yeah.
We do the same thing when we play basketball.
Yeah, we favor so much.
Yeah, we do a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Shayla, you and your twin Shelby confused a ref once. Just once?
Yes. Maybe multiple times, but particularly this one time, Shelby fouled a girl, and they called it on me, so I had to sit out for that foul.
Oh my!
So I had too many fouls.
Coach Vila, there are more twins joining the team next season, right?
Yes, in the next couple seasons, we actually have 3 sets at our junior high that'll be up here within the next year or 2, and so the tradition is going to continue for sure for the time being, for sure.
Are people with twins just moving to your town? Like, what is happening?
I don't know. It's a billboard out on 59. We're just attracting them.
Okay, now raise your hand if you've ever been able to read your twin's mind.
You do. And you have a teenage brother as a twin, so that's a very dangerous mind to read.
Oh, very. Sometimes, not all the time, it's kind of rare, but I'll be thinking of a song and then he'll start singing it, or we'll be in the car and he'll play it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about that.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. That's really the only thing that I can tell about him.
I hope you guys like the same music. Well, thank you to the coaches and, of course, the basketball-playing twins at Splendora High School. Amazing story. Really cool.
We're going to be cheering you guys on. Good luck this season. We'll be right back. A great big thank you to all of our guests and, of course, to you at home for hanging out with us.
For more information on anything you've seen here today, check out picklerandben.com.
And while you're at it, give us a follow on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram.
She's doing Instagram now. We're very proud of her. From our home to yours, have a wonderful day. See you later.
Iconic Gaylord Opryland Resort right here in Nashville.